Hello, everybody. Welcome to our yoga time. We're here again, yeah? And we'll be working through some beautiful spaces in the hips, in the spine, and in the core, and also through the neck. So we'll be working through some plow pose type things today because I know that getting inverted can be very challenging for many of us, and it's oh so beneficial to get there. So we'll work on that again in a therapeutic way. And we'll also release some tension in the hips and the neck. You'll want a bolster and a blanket with you today. And we will start in a seated position. I suggest sitting up on your bolster so that you can allow your knees to just fall kind of heavy and hang out here. So as we pause in this position, let's close down through the eyes and sit tall. Notice the balance across your hips and across your shoulders. Notice the breath move in and out of your nose. And just look left to right, right to left. Nice and easy, simple plane of motion. Make sure that when you are turning your head, you're not lifting up through the shoulders or leaning over. You want everything to stay really nice and grounded as you move just through the head to feel the motion of the neck. Beautiful. So the next time you look over to the right, we'll then dip the chin down to the collarbone, drag the chin across to the left, look slightly upward, think 45 degrees with the chin, then come all the way back down and across over to the right. Find that little lift of your chin and go back down and over to the left. Gazing slightly up. So let's do that again, back to the right. Notice all the space you can feel in the back of your neck. Let's come back to the left. Feel your chin connect to your collarbones. This time we look to the left, look slightly up. If available, drop your head back, round over to the right. You're looking slightly up. Then you look to the right and drag your chin across. So we'll do 2 more in this direction. And if dropping your head back doesn't feel good, then of course you can skip that and stay along the frontal plane. If you were rolling your head back, the next time you look over to the right, we're going to reverse. So then gaze up, roll your head back and over to the left as you gaze up. And then chin to left and down across collarbones, back over to the right, slightly up, roll it back. You know what you're doing. We've got 1 more round like this. And we'll land with our chin down through center. And then bring the head up neutral. Roll your shoulders. And just nice and easy with your shoulder rolls. We don't want to be scrunching the shoulders right up to the ears. Just nice, easy rolls. Warming things up. Sit a little taller. Feel your navel cinch inward. Enjoy that rolling action. Beautiful. We'll come to stillness. Inhale to open the arms out, flip your palms up to draw the thumbs back behind you. And exhale, give yourself a nice big hug, left arm on top of right. Hug yourself nice and deeply and round your back to fold forward a little bit. Then roll to the right, through center, and over to the left. So just a few times back and forth here, warming up through your thoracic cavity. Really feel the opening as you come to each side. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. Sit up, inhale, open the arms. Exhale, right arm on top. Give yourself a big hug. So hug around the outer edges of your shoulders as best as you can. And then round the back. Allow your head to feel heavy. Roll to the right so you end up in a side bend to your right. We roll to center and over to the left. And continue a couple more times. Work the awareness in through your navel so that your hips can stay nice and stable. Good. Let's come back to center and sit up. Open the arms, inhale, palms are up, thumbs reach. And exhale, just let your arms relax, your shoulders soften. Roll the shoulders again, but alternate them. So right and left and right and left, just work them back. And breathe in and breathe out. And notice how this movement transcends down from your shoulders, down the sides of your body, your waistline, into your hips. Good. And then come all the way to stillness. And breathe in and breathe out. Fabulous. Okay, so from here, take a moment to just come off your bolster so you can situate it widthwise on your mat, so it's across your mat. And then just scooch yourself down so you can lay your back down. And then once you're down, scooch yourself forward or just reach for your bolster and pull it under your sacral bone, so underneath your hips. You want to be able to feel the weight of your hips easily sink into the bolster. You might want to use a hand or both hands to help you lengthen through the neck. Make sure your shoulder blades feel flat here. And when you do that, when you draw your shoulder blades a little closer together and work to flatten them on the mat, you should feel this really nice lengthening sensation through the back of the neck and the shoulders and through the traps. So just see what you can do here to tap into that space. You feel supported in your upper back, your chest naturally opens here. Your hips are supported by the bolster. Bring your hands just easily to the front of your pelvis, abdomen area, and just let your hands rest there. They're just reminding you to keep your hips stable, so don't move your hips. Your navel draws in, and your right knee gently pulls toward the chest. And just breathe in and breathe out. Notice any shifts in your body, trying to compromise through the movement, and instead work on maintaining your weight central in your body, your hips sinking into the bolster. With control, your right foot comes down, and now your left knee pulls in. But again, make sure you're staying nice and balanced through the body. You may notice some awareness deep within your abdomen and even in your lower back. So be kind to yourself. Let the left foot come down. The right knee comes in. The right leg lengthens. So just reach the toes away from you. not necessarily straight to the ceiling. We're technically aiming for the wall behind us while keeping our hips down. So you're just thinking of reaching your toes behind you. Then we bend the knee, let the right foot step down. All the while your hips are still rooted. Left knee pulls in, left leg lengthens to reach the toes to the wall behind. So if your hands get in the way, just move them, because we're getting closer and closer with the belly and the thigh here. Nice and easy. Left foot comes back down as we bend the knee. Right knee pulls in, lengthen the leg, reach it back. This time, reach your fingers just up to the ceiling. So we want to make sure that we stay stable on the bolster, but practice reaching your leg through your arms to the wall behind you. You could keep your arms up, gently bring your right foot back down. Your left knee pulls in, lengthen the leg, and practice reaching the leg through your arms to the wall behind you. Your shoulders are stable, your hips are still grounded. And nice and easy. Left knee bends, the foot comes down. Let your hands relax onto the bolster. So I shouldn't say your hands, I should say your forearms, because we need to have the pressure of our forearms into the bolster, because then you can straighten your arms, which is going to help for this next bit. So your shoulder blades are tucked under. We are going to be working in and out of plow pose here. So I'll demo it first. You might want to just pause and watch. It's very important that you only look up to the ceiling once you are in these movements. So that's why I say you might want to watch the demo first. So because we do place the neck in a pretty vulnerable position, that's why we don't look side to side when we're in our plow pose, okay? So your shoulder blades are flat, you're already halfway there. Your neck is long, your arms are on the bolster. Now we pull both knees into the chest. So this is going to be a process, okay? Both knees into the chest, legs start to lengthen back, and we push the arms into the bolster to maybe float the hips. Then with control, we let the hips come back down to the bolster, let the knees bend, and send the feet back down to the mat, okay? And that's what we'll be doing, back and forth. But notice my head didn't move side to side. I just looked straight up. My arm stayed straight the whole time. This is slow, controlled movement, okay? So let's do it. Let's get it together. Arms are straight and strong, shoulder blades are flat, navel is drawn in, both knees pull into the chest. Don't arch through the back as much as you can prevent it, okay? Stay strong and integrated. Your knees pull in, you'll feel your pelvis start to tilt already. Your legs lengthen and the hips float as you can push the forearms into the bolster. And then gently we come back from where we went. Let the knees bend and the feet come to the floor. So it's usually in this feet coming to the floor or the knees to the chest where we get empty. So focus on staying really integrated into your core, especially in those specific transitions. And just continue to work in and out of this a couple more times. Of course, without rushing at all. You move nice and slow. The more controlled, the better. So we'll go into it one more time. This time though, we're going to hold our plow pose for a bit more time. Now you can leave your arms where you're at, especially if you're at the point right now where you're further in plow than you ever have been before and you're feeling super awesome about it. Please enjoy the moment. If you've been comfortable in plow for a while, you can practice lifting through the right arm, so one arm first, and bringing it all the way toward the right foot and sliding it underneath your foot. Then the left hand can do the same thing, arm reaches overhead, you slide that hand under the left foot. So arms and legs are both long. Spine is long. We breathe in and breathe out. Feel your toes slide a little further away from you. This is really great for stimulating lymphatic fluid, the thyroid, the thymus gland, pituitary gland, pineal gland. Now, if your arms were reaching back, one at a time, you bring them back to the bolster. With control, slowly bring your hips back down onto your bolster. The legs reach straight up to the ceiling and pause. So your legs are straight up. Your arms are still on the bolster. Just breathe in, breathe out. Then bend your knees and slowly let your feet come to the mat. Beautiful. From here, nice and easy, just start to wiggle your shoulder blades underneath and wiggle your body down. Lift your hips so you can inch your body down. Eventually landing with the bolster under the back of the ribs. You might need to sit up and fully readjust depending on how much space you've got going on. But we want the bolster behind the rib cage, about in line with the lower part of your shoulder blades. Your fingers can interlace behind your head. Your elbows face the ceiling. Now keep your head at the same level of your bolster and just nice and easy, pull your skull away from your shoulders and your shoulder blades are pulling down away from your ears. Now pull your belly button in and gently let your head start to relax down to the ground. Your elbows are still hugging the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your breath expand into the back of your lungs. Keep your arms hugging around your head. Notice all the space in the sides of your ribs. Let both knees fall to the right. And if you'd like to, you could let your elbows open up as you look to the left. Notice all that beautiful opening across your chest and in front of the left hip. Imagine the inner left knee coming a bit closer to the ground. You could even slide your right ankle on the outer left knee. Breathing in and out, just letting everything soften. And then take your time, bring your right foot back down to the mat, look to the ceiling, hug your arms around your head as you bring the knees to center. Gently let the knees fall to the left. And again, you could keep hugging your head here, or you could open your elbows and look to the right. Breathe in and out of the nose. And if available, you could see about bringing your left ankle to the outer right knee to help the inner right knee come to the ground. Feel the beautiful space opening in front of your right hip, maybe even in your lower back. Notice all the space you can breathe into here. Make sure that you don't feel stuck in your breathing. Nice and easy. Look back to the ceiling. Undo through the legs so you can bring the knees back up to center. Beautiful. Let's release through the arms so you can press the triceps into the bolster. You could lift your head up from there as you draw the chin into the throat. If that feels like too much, you can just roll to one side as you hug your arms in and you press yourself up. Now from here, let's just come all the way onto the back without the bolster. Shoulder blades are flat. Arms can be out wide in a T position. We'll cross the right thigh over the left. And we gently let the knees fall to the right and look to the left. So that's big opening for the outer left hip. Now we inhale, come to center, look up, and let the knees fall to the left as we look right. And we're not trying to go super deep here. We're just going to the place where the body can relax easily and both of your shoulder blades can stay flat on the ground. And then we come back to center, knees to the right, we look to the left. So when we keep the shoulder blades flat on the ground, that's what allows for the easy movement of the neck. So just keep going side to side. And notice that if at any time it feels like too much on your neck, it's probably because you're going too deeply in your twist. And a few other structural things you can do. So when your knees are falling over to the left, let's say, you can actively press into your left elbow. You can even bend the arm if you want to, and that will help the right shoulder come down. And then you can ease off of that to come back to center, and the knees fall to the right. And then same principle. So you can put a little extra pressure into your right arm if you find your left shoulder floats up. It might not do it so much in this position, but when you have the legs the other way, it might. So back and forth a few more times. Noticing that your natural edge expands when you allow yourself to just relax into it. You can reach in your stretch here, in your twist. Find an active twist. Keep going side to side. And of course, if anything feels like super amazing, hang out there a little longer. So the next time your knees lower to the left and you're looking to the right, you can pause there. If you'd like to move into a deeper twist, remember, keep your left elbow pressing down or your left arm pressing down. You could slowly adjust your knees up closer to your left elbow. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your shoulder blades flat. I know it's tempting to go deep into twists, but really keep the shoulder blades flat. Maintain the core integration, and everything else will follow. Breathe. Beautiful. Ease off. Bring yourself back to center. Uncross the legs. And we'll bring the left leg over the right. Arms are still nice and wide. And we start with letting the knees slowly lower to the left as we look to the right. Shoulder blades stay flat. We come back to center. Knees go to the right. We look to the left. And just keep going back and forth, or I should say side to side. And we'll be doing this for a little bit of time, so take your time. Remember, the easier you can make things for yourself, the more willing your body will be to soften and let go of old tension. So see how patient and kind you can be with yourself here. And remember too that like sometimes when we feel tension in a certain area of the body, it's because of something else, right? So, you might feel tension, let's say in your right hip, but it's really your left shoulder that needs to release, right? You might feel pain in your lower back, but it's really something in your hip flexors or in your abdomen that needs to release. So that's why it's so important to just go easy with ourselves, because often what we're perceiving as a pain point is a result of another pain point that we kind of started ignoring a long time ago. So just nice and easy, continue through. But the next time your knees come over and down to the left, we'll pause there. Just let everything stretch and twist. Again, your shoulder blades stay down. And optional, if you'd like to deepen your twist, you slide your knees up a little closer to your right elbow. And you let gravity do its magic here. Your shoulder blades stay flat, so be mindful of the dance that you're playing here. You want to be able to soften. Breathe. Feel the breath nice and easy in and out of your nose. Then take your time. Start to undo and come back to center. Unravel the legs. Draw the navel in. Both knees pull in to stack over the hips. Hands on the kneecaps. Draw your chin into your throat to lengthen the back of your neck. Cross your right ankle over your left and start to draw circles with your knees. Whatever direction you go is perfect. Working to release any tension that might be hanging out in the low back or the back of the hips. Reverse direction. Go the other way. Good. Cross left ankle on right. Keep circling. And reverse directions again. We'll come to stillness. Cross, cross right ankle over left. Draw circles again, but this time let your arms relax out in a T position or cactus and stir the knees around. You can play with the distance that your feet are from your body. If you want to feel the circular sensation in different areas of the back of the hips. Be kind to yourself, but also, like play around a bit. Give yourself a little bit of a challenge. And then circle the other way. Play with those circles. Make big ones and then revisit making smaller ones. Play with all those spaces in between. And remember, your shoulder blades stay flat the whole time. Keep your circles going. Switch the cross of your ankles. Left one is on top. Work the circles. Then go the other way. Circle in the opposite direction. Nice big circles. Beautiful. Come all the way to stillness. Plant your feet down onto the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Full breath all the way in and completely out. And just pause here. Notice your body settling down and all those little spaces in the hips starting to release that little bit more. And rock your head side to side. And see if you can really work the movement through the neck, but be kind to yourself as well. We'll come all the way to stillness. And from here, just reach again for your bolster. And we want to bring it widthwise across our mat, but behind our knees. We want to open up into a reclined butterfly pose. So soles of feet together, knees apart, but we want the knees to just rest on the bolster. So this way we can really allow the hips, the hip flexors to open up, but also we can keep the back of our hips flat on the ground. You might want to scoop underneath your head with your hands and even hug your arms around your head. Chin can come in toward the throat. You can do a little sit up here. Well, I should say a little crunch. You don't need to do a full sit up. And then slowly relax your head back down. Let your arms soften. Breathe in and out of the nose. Just a few more breath cycles here. Now from here, up to you. You could just slide your bolster to the bottom edge of your mat so you could rest your calves so that your legs have a little bit of height. You could move your bolster lengthwise and have both your legs resting on there. Just keep your heels together so it's easy for your legs to both hang out. Or you can set your bolster aside. So optional, but this is our Shavasana time. So just choose the place that you want to be. If you are doing this practice at night or before bed, I highly recommend putting your legs up. So just using a bit of height. And you could even, if you're not like super comfortable yet, you could even use your blanket for some additional height for your heels. Okay, up to you. But settle in. Just let everything pause here. Can you close your eyes? And can you breathe in from your toes? Feel the breath all the way up your body to your crown. Then exhale, feel the breath move back down the body. Inhale up the front side of the body. Exhale down the back side. Continue following the pathway of your breath. Feel your muscles soften. Anything you're hanging on to, just let it go. Then take your time, nice and easy. We'll bend through the knees, placing your feet on your bolster or on your mat, whatever is most comfortable right now. Then slowly bring your knees in for a hug. You can rock side to side if you like. Then just roll to the left and press yourself up into a seat that feels comfortable for you. We'll bring palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra. And just notice how you're feeling. Notice all of that incredible space in mind and in heart. Let's draw a complete breath in of love and gratitude into ourselves, and a breath out of love and gratitude for everyone else. And thank you for our practice. Namaste. Sending you all a whole lot of love. I hope you feel superbly released and relaxed. And yeah, we'll see you again next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.